Hello, my wonderful Geminis. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, guys, so we have two cards here. So we have Green Mandarin in the category of opportunity. The trigger statement says, I doubt it. The true statement, there is hope. With fresh eyes, see the potential within this situation. Okay. And then we have Wintergreen in the category of trust. Trigger statement, what if something happens? True statement, I take my hands off the wheels or off the wheel. You are not alone. The universe is working with you. Relax and enjoy the adventure, okay? Possibly trusting in a situation, even if it feels fairly new. Because the first card, the trigger statement is I doubt it, but the true statement is there is hope. Like something could be working out for you, but maybe the proof of that or the tangible evidence of that is not visible to you in the current moment. There could be an energy of you releasing control or surrendering to a connection, especially if you're feeling defeated by it. And the second message also reads, you are not alone. So there is help around you, whether it be in the physical form or, intuitively you're receiving some sort of downloads. And there could even be a very difficult decision that you're in the process of making, but you are protected while you're making this decision, even if it does not feel that way to you. What's interesting is it says, with fresh eyes, see the potential within this situation. So like for some of you, you're having a shift in perspective, okay? Or seeing things in a new light is going to require you to come out of a situation that you currently are in, or to detach from a situation and maybe, look at it from a different perspective here. Like detaching from something could change your perspective as opposed to looking at it looking at it from a place of you still feeling very sensitive or dealing with some sort of emotions that, you felt as of recently. So whether it's like anger, sorrow, right? Looking at a situation while you're feeling that way versus stepping out of that and viewing the situation could be, two very different perspectives is what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Tower. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. There's an unexpected event, okay, that is taking place in this connection, but it's ultimately leading to something better, or you are going to be happy about it, even if you don't feel that way in the current moment. I'm strongly getting that. Like, whether it's you're going through a very difficult period with someone, right? Or something is ending very unexpectedly and you feel like you're not prepared for it, it is preparing you for something better, or it is aiding you in moving towards something that, aligns with you. And I'm not saying that it's going to be easy to let go of something of the past or expect or accept some sort of unexpected ending here. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but I do feel like it's leading to something that's bigger or better for you. Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment. Okay, I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Definitely see like a very stable offer here, or it could be someone who wants to offer you something stable. Now, the aces in the deck, guys, are opportunities that present themselves to us. It's up to us to act on it, right? So it's not just something that happens, but it is something that's visible to you or something that is presented to you. I feel like this is someone who's, viewing you or viewing the situation as I want to turn over a new leaf. I want to have a new beginning. Four of Cups followed by the World card in the challenge position. This could be someone who feels ready to, turn over a new leaf, but with the Four of Cups and the World card in the challenge position, they definitely feel like your emotions or your perspective on them has changed. Four of Cups is usually when someone is not happy in the current dynamic, right? So there could be something here that they're feeling very frustrated about. But the World card could be, okay, well, this person telling themselves that they need to let a cycle close out or let, something happen the way that it was supposed to. I also feel for some of you, it could be physical distance that has been a constant challenge in this connection here with the World card. Because I see someone who feels ready for something, okay? But there's also a part of them that doesn't have a specific plan, or there's something that they're having a difficult time planning. Because the Four of Cups could be like when you're not happy in the current moment and you do have what it takes to create a change, but you're not seeing how you can do it because there's more fantasizing going on, or there's too much of a focus, on the past, or you're in a space of dwelling. Could also be a lack of clarity. And what's interesting is this person could be looking at the connection and feeling like I didn't act on an opportunity when I had the chance to. There may be something new, even like a new beginning, even if it has nothing to do with them, that is, occurring for you, but it's visible to them. So they could be viewing you as moving forward. How are you viewing them? The Knight of Cups. Someone that you have emotions for, but you may feel like there's some sort of a heart-to-heart conversation you want to have with this person. For some of you, it's just a form of like emotional expression. You could feel like this is someone who made you promises or told you all the right things in the past, but they weren't necessarily able to follow through on it. Because the Knight of Cups, guys, it could be an emotional confession. It could be someone who's very charming or good with their words, but the Knights in the deck are usually very inconsistent. So there could be something about this connection that just didn't feel stable to you. It could have been something that you were continuously trying to work through. Maybe even at one point you felt like you were kind of like the glue keeping this connection together. But it came to a point where you became very tired or you were growing impatient, where you're like, if this is not going to work out the way that I want it to, I'm not going to continuously put forth the effort, especially if I'm not being met halfway. So we have the Page of Cups in your feelings and the Three of Wands. You may receive a message from this person, but you're kind of just letting the message sit there, right? Like you're taking your time with responding, or there's an energy of you not acting on impulse emotion this week. And you're going to come to a firm decision here as well. In the Three of Wands, he's holding on to one wand. So in traditional tarot, it speaks about a firm decision that you're making, a direction that you're choosing to go in. So even if you're aware that someone is trying to reconnect with you, maybe you're like, you know what, I've already made up my mind. And this is not something that I want to continue working on, or I want something new for myself. The Page of Cups could be you dabbling in something new that is, resulting in you feeling like you're getting your spark back, or you're feeling like yourself again. Especially if you feel like this connection was something that was very draining or took a huge, emotional toll on you. And I see someone at a distance who is reaching out to you. So again, guys, keep in mind, this is a general rate. For some of you, it could be physical distance. For others of you, it's just someone who has been very distant from you, right? Emotionally, lack of communication, inconsistency, that sort of thing. Empress in your feelings, and the Ten of Wands. There's something that feels very burdensome or heavy about this connection. The Empress is about knowing your worth, right? Knowing your value, knowing what you bring to the table. But it's also an energy of attracting and not chasing. So some of you could just be surrendering and saying, okay, look, if something is supposed to happen between the both of us, or this person wants to come forward, then they can. But I'm not going to, initiate the conversation, or I'm not going to be in an energy where I feel like I'm forcing something to occur. And the Empress and the Ten of Wands is also letting go of what feels very healthy or what feels very unhealthy or what is weighing you down. Right? You could be making changes when it comes to your, health. There could even be some sort of physical changes that you're making. It's like something has taken a toll on you to the point where you don't feel like yourself. You're starting to feel like yourself again. And only you know what it took to get to this point. So now you're wondering, do I really want to reconnect with someone that has taken me to that point in the past? Do I really want to dabble in a situation? Do I truly believe that this situation is different now? Or am I giving into the situation because of the emotions that are involved? And like I said, as I open the spread here, Gemini, there's something about maybe stepping aside, or putting your emotions aside and looking at things from a different perspective. Or when you focus on the situation and you're operating from more of a logical perspective, your outlook is completely different from when you're looking at it from a place of maybe missing this person or feeling a level of sorrow. It's obviously easier said than done, but I do see a shift in perspective for you. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. So we have the King of Swords clarifying the Four of Cups. This is someone who feels or is viewing you in a very detached energy, almost as if you don't want to hear from them. It doesn't make it true, but that is their perception of you. And King of Swords is also a very clear-cut energy. So I feel like for some of you, you may have set very clear boundaries with this person and they feel like, okay, well, how can I break down those boundaries? Or am I going to have access to Gemini as I have in the past? Or is that something that's now just over and it's not going to occur again? Page of Pentacles clarifying the World card. I see someone reaching out to you, and specifically someone where there's distance between the both of you. There could also be a lot of online communication, right? Whether it's like via social media, that sort of thing. But they're wanting to feel closer to you, but there's a very detached energy here. This is someone who feels like you're not impressed with their actions, or there's something here that you've become very, very tired of. And it doesn't mean that you had to communicate it to this person, because it's just visible to them because of the way that because of the energy that you're exuding. Like, for example, if you are someone who was, like I mentioned, trying to keep this connection together in the past, there's a part of them that feels like you've given up on them or this connection in the now. Because it's almost like Gemini, they're viewing you as if Gemini cared, they would be talking to me right now. If Gemini cared, they would have reached out to me by now, right? So because they're seeing the change in your actions and they're comparing, the Gemini now to maybe the Gemini in the past and how you would handle things and how you would respond to things, it's not making sense to them, or it's making sense to them in a way where they know, okay, well, for sure your emotions have changed, or you don't view me in the same light. So we have the Magician in their feelings and the King of Wands manifesting a new beginning here. This person can't help how they feel towards you. There's a lot of passion. There's still a very deep desire to connect with you. There's a lot of attraction here. And I think you detaching or turning away is only making this person want you more. And remember, I mentioned in your feelings guides, like there's an energy of detaching, right? And attracting and not chasing. And it just so happens that way. Usually when you detach, you attract, what you've wanted. And even if it's not something you want in the now, there's something about you being very cold or detached that it's making this person want to reconnect with you or have access to you again. Could be a fire sign. We have the King of Cups and the Star card. They want to have a heart-to-heart conversation. They want to heal things with you. Some of you may have water placements in your charts, or you could be on the cusp, because they're viewing you as very emotionally intelligent, someone who's able to understand them, but they just don't know if you're in a place of wanting to do that. It's not about can Gemini do that, or is Gemini going to understand. It's more about, does Gemini want to understand? Does Gemini want to hear me out? Right? And this is them, this is the conclusion that they've come to because of your actions or lack of, right? Where it's like, if Gemini cared, maybe we would have reconnected by now, but we haven't. Or this is the longest that Gemini has been detached from me or the situation. So this time around, things feel very real. And many of you know that or are acknowledging you're going through a very hurtful period with this person, but you have a gut feeling that you're moving towards something better. Right. And I don't mean that in like an entitled way, guys, but with the Empress in your feelings, like many of you either feel like you were settling in this connection or you feel like you're deserving of more. And that's going to resonate for those of you that specifically feel like you were begging for the bare minimum, or you were, you know what I mean? Like you were receiving the bare minimum in a connection, but but you knew that you deserved more. Or there's a question of, why was I working so hard? Or asking for things that should just be understood, or explaining myself in situations where I feel like the opposing party should just understand. There may be a lot of rules or promises that you've made to yourself that you ended up breaking in this connection. And that could be the reason why you're turning inward, or focusing on yourself and reclaiming your power here, in a sense. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, if I haven't mentioned that already. 8 of Cups and the Page of Wands. In the potential outcome, what's the Page of Wands? The Justice card. 8 of Cups, the Knight of Wands. You have someone who's coming back around to make something right with you, but your question or your perspective on this person is they have been inconsistent in the past. I don't know if I trust what they say in the now. You could be receiving clarity or closure from this person, but for many of you, 8 of Cups and Knight of Wands is walking away from what feels inconsistent. Even if you're open for a conversation, it's admitting to yourself that you feel you deserve more, or a situation that once did make you feel content, a situation that you once were happy in, no longer makes you feel that way. Even if what this person was giving to you or offering to you in the past felt like it was enough, you either outgrew the situation, or there's something that's changed within you, a change in perspective, a change in your desires, right? A change in what you want when it comes to love and relationships. Something doesn't feel like it's enough or fulfilling to you any longer. So when this person reconnects with you, or if they're reaching out to you even in the now, or maybe for some of you they already have as you're watching my read, that is something that's crossing your mind. May feel good to reconnect with this person, but you're really asking yourself, is this enough? Is this enough for me to continue investing in this connection, or is it time for me to close the door with the 8 of Cups? Okay, what does this person want to communicate? Okay, let's see. Hold on, guys. A bunch of cards. Let's reshuffle here. I want you so badly. There's a very deep desire for you that this person has. You were the best thing in my life. A lot of regret, possibly even regret for just not acting on an opportunity when they had the chance to, and now feeling like it's too late. I feel you even though we are apart. So despite the distance, they're still feeling very connected to you. Anything else? Oh, I'm not financially stable. This could be causing some sort of insecurities for this person, or it's someone who feels like they need to be at a better space financially or stability-wise in order to pursue a connection with you. Bottom of the deck reads, I wish I had treated you better. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.